What's happening, sports fans? How you doing? Good Monday to you. I am Kendrick, the sports guy. I hope you're having a good start to your week. I want to apologize for my voice right now. I sound a little bit like Tone Loc, but we're going to get this thing done. We're going to keep rocking and rolling. We're going to keep pushing out content. We're talking NBA, and we're talking to Pelicans, Zion Williamson. Make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. I ran across an article on Sports Illustrated, and they said that the heat is on Zion Williamson. Why is that? Well, there has been some issues with his weight and his conditioning that has actually arisen over the last couple of weeks. Again, Sports Illustrated came out with the report. They also said that the organization has repeatedly stressed to Zion that his conditioning needs to improve after him coming off that lackluster effort in the in-season tournament versus the Lakers, where he only had 13 points, 2 rebounds, and 3 assists. Well, a lot of the national media has been on Zion Williamson, and one in particular, you know who it is, ESPN Stephen A. Smith. He had something to say about Williamson and his weight, and he said he had some information from some chefs out of New Orleans, and this is what he said they told him. Take a listen to what Stephen A. had to say, and then we're going to come back and give our thoughts on that. Here's Stephen A. Smith.
You got chefs in New Orleans who love him. They're looking for him. Every chef there wants to meet him because they know he'll show up to their restaurant. The word out on Zion Williamson is that he'll eat the table. I'm quoting. He'll eat the table. What in the hell is going on with Zion Williamson?
Now, I don't know if that is true or not. You know, sometimes reporters can embellish. I ain't gonna say embellish. They can add a little bit of their own flavor to some sound to make it sound sexy. So I don't know if he actually talked to chefs and they said he'll eat a table. But if that's the case, that's not a good thing. Now let's talk about Zion Williamson right now on the court this season. He's averaging 22.2 points per game, 5.6 rebounds, and 4.8 assists in his 5 years in the league. Now, he's been, he's only been in the league 5 years, but he's only played more than 30 games once since before this season. Excuse me. So again, Zion Williamson, he has to work on his conditioning. Now, let's talk about Stephen A. and calling him fat and his weight. You know, my thing is, we quick to tell people not to fat shame and not to talk about people's appearances. So I wonder, is athletes put in a different category? So we can it's cool to fat shame athletes. I'm not saying it is, and I'm not saying it isn't. But I guess, you know, at this point, when you're making, let's look at the money that Zion is making. He signed a 5-year, $198 million max contract last season. He's making $39.5 million a year. I think when your profession is to play basketball, that is your job, you should be in the best tip-top physical condition you can be in. Now, injuries happen. Excuse me, you can't bar that. That's unforeseen. Some guys are more injury prone than others, but the one thing you can control what you put in your mouth. And whatever you put in there, it should be more of a healthy variety. And I know it doesn't help that he's playing in New Orleans, and I know New Orleans got some of that good old food, Creole, Popeyes chicken, all that stuff. But Zion has to get a hold on that. Or he's going to actually eat himself out of the league, possibly. There were also rumors that the Pelicans were looking to trade him, even after giving him that max contract last season. So Zion Williamson got to get his head straight, you know. Not even talking about that situation this past summer with that adult porn star. We're not even talking about that. I think he's gotten past that. But we're talking about what he can control, and he can control his weight and his conditioning. He just has to want it. So we'll see what happens, man, because I hate to see this young talent. He's one of the more talented cats in the league. He should be dominating, but he got to get this weight and got to get this conditioning under control. I'd like to know your thoughts on the Zion Williamson situation, his weight. What you think? Did Stephen A. Smith take it a little bit overboard? Did he commit a traveling violation by fat shaming Zion Williamson? I'd like to know your thoughts. Make sure you drop a comment, like the video, and subscribe to the channels. I am Kendrick, the sports guy. We will see you on the other side and on the next report. I am out. Peace.